Silverstein, a commercial real estate tycoon with international political connections, acquired a 99-year lease on the World Trade Center complex in the spring of 2001. Throughout the summer, he reworked the insurance policies on his new property, making sure that it was covered for acts of terrorism. Explicit in the lease agreement was Silverstein's right to rebuild the complex if it were destroyed. After 9/11, Mr. Silverstein fought his insurers in court to obtain double his policy limits for the destruction of his property, maintaining that the double hijacking constituted 2 disasters caused by terrorists, not just one. He won and was awarded over $7 billion, a magnificent return on his original $15 million investment.
C'est-à-dire que dans les jours qui précèdent donc les attentats, il y a en effet des spéculations donc à la baisse. On achète massivement des actions, mais des 2 compagnies aériennes dont les avions vont être détournés, c'est-à-dire United Airlines et American Airlines. Pas d'autres compagnies, rien du tout. Et les profits réalisés vont être gigantesques. Et en enquêtant, j'ai découvert que, c'est ça aussi le plus troublant, qu'une partie en effet donc de ces opérations était effectuée par une banque américaine, qui est une banque d'affaires extrêmement importante. Et figurez-vous, savez-vous qui est maintenant effectivement, ou qui était plutôt le directeur de cette banque? Eh bien, il est devenu, juste avant le 11 septembre, le numéro 3 de la CIA.
6 septembre 2001. 3150 options de vente sont souscrites sur United Airlines. Souscrire une option de vente, c'est parier sur une baisse de l'action. Et ce jour-là, le volume des options de vente est 4 fois supérieur à la moyenne. 7 septembre 2001. 27 294 options de vente sont souscrites sur Boeing, soit plus de 5 fois le volume quotidien moyen. 10 septembre 2001. 4516 options de vente sont souscrites sur American Airlines, soit près de 11 fois le volume quotidien moyen.
It was documented that the White House ordered EPA to tell these lies, to downplay the seriousness of the environmental hazards.
A federal judge is blasting the former head of the Environmental Protection Agency for telling New Yorkers it was safe to return to their homes and offices near Ground Zero soon after the 9/11 attacks. The judge called Christine Todd Whitman's actions, quote, conscience shocking, and refused to grant her
dust that engulfed Manhattan was much more than dust. It was pulverized concrete, glass, metals containing lead, mercury, dioxins, benzene, and of course asbestos. None of that was healthy for any living thing.
Patients have had black paste coming out of their pores. They have reported bowel movements that are blue or green and have smelled like smoke, despite the fact that they have not been at a fire scene for months.
En 2006, 70% des 40 000 ouvriers de Ground Zero faisaient face à des problèmes respiratoires. Des centaines avaient développé des cancers et 80 étaient morts.
He was a director in the company that provided electronic security for the World Trade Center and Washington's Dulles Airport, both involved in September 11th. None other than the president's younger brother. From 1996 to 2000, Securacom installed what was referred to as a new security system at the World Trade Center. Wirt D. Walker III, a cousin of the Bush brothers, was CEO of Securacom from 1999 until 2002. Interestingly, these facts have not been made public. Giuliani, mayor of New York, tells ABC's Peter Jennings that he was aware the towers would be coming down.
What is going on now is a massive rescue effort.
Do you believe it's hundreds or thousands?
I really don't. I really don't want to say right now, Peter. I think it's going to be a horrible number. I saw people jumping out of the World Trade Center. I saw some of the firefighters who I know going into the building. And we were in a building in which we were trapped for about 10-15 minutes. And we set up headquarters at 75 Barclay Street, which was right there with the police commissioner, the fire commissioner, the head of emergency management. And we were operating out of there when we were told that the World Trade Center was going to collapse. The World Trade Center was going to collapse. It was going to collapse. It was going to collapse.
New York, 9h59. La tour sud du World Trade Center, qui compte 110 étages, s'effondre en quelques 10 secondes. 29 minutes plus tard, la tour nord, suivant le même processus, subit le même sort. À 17h20, la même journée, le World Trade Center numéro 7, avec ses 47 étages, s'écroule en moins de 7 secondes. La version officielle affirme que les débris provenant de la tour nord ont provoqué une série d'incendies à l'intérieur du bâtiment. Si ceci est vrai, ce serait le 3e gratte-ciel en acier à brûler et à s'effondrer à cause de dégâts et d'un incendie. Les 2 premiers étaient les tours jumelles.
First of all, you should realize that there were 2 airliners hitting the 2 towers, but there were 3 skyscrapers collapsing on 9/11. So everyone who can count to 3 should have a sense that there's something wrong. And the official explanation is that the 3 high-rises collapsed due to fire. Now, it has never happened before or after 9/11 that a steel-framed high-riser has collapsed due to fire.
Les principaux incendies du World Trade Center numéro 7 ont été sur la façade est entre le 11e et le 12e étage, sur la façade nord au 7e et 12e étage, sur la façade ouest entre les 29e et 30e étages. La façade sud était entièrement obscurcie par la fumée. L'effondrement de la structure principale dure environ 6 secondes 5 et le bâtiment tombe symétriquement sur l'axe de ses fondations, endommageant légèrement les constructions environnantes.
Sept ans après les faits, l'explication officielle de l'effondrement du bâtiment 7 a finalement été publiée.
New York City, 2001. No tall building had ever collapsed primarily due to fire. But that's exactly what investigators believe happened to the 47-story World Trade Center Building 7 on September 11th. According to a 3-year comprehensive building and fire safety investigation just completed by the National Institute of Standards and Technology, or NIST.
World Trade Center 7 collapsed because of fires. We really have a new kind of progressive collapse that we have discovered here, which is a fire-induced progressive collapse. And in fact, we have shown for the first time that fire can induce a progressive collapse.
This is the official explanation. The official explanation is that Building 7 came down due to ordinary office fires. These were very scarce and they were random in the building. And NIST has not, this is the National Institute of Standards and Technology. They have not tried to find out really what happens, but they have spent many money and much time to explain that it could happen due to office fires. Now, this is a daring proposition because it has never happened before in the history of modern architecture that a building like this has come down due to fire. So they're breaking one of the basic rules of what we call the scientific methods in the sense that when you're coming forward with a scientific hypothesis, you have got to refer to experiments, to experience, to facts, to data, something which has happened before. You cannot come up with a new phenomenon without having proved that this could actually happen.